live on YouTube to remember a day in infamy that the 9/11 attacks back in 2001. I want this video to be shared so people can tell their stories or what they've heard from family members, friends, family members, neighbors, whatever. I want this to be remembering the days and how we can reflect on our future. Well, for the people that do not know what 9/11 is mainly about, I'll tell you. So, September 11th, 2001, it was a quiet day in New York until a sudden crash into one of the Twin Towers. And then, shortly after, bam! A second plane crashes into the other Twin Towers. That day, everybody was watching at the time. We didn't know. We didn't expect this type of attack. Like we didn't expect we weren't prepared for Pearl Harbor, the attack of Pearl Harbor back in World War II. But I know people that were there. I missed 9/11 by 2 years. I was born in 2003, but it kind of doesn't matter. So I want people to know that on that day, even on the worst days of our nation, or in the world, that for that matter, world peace needs to be achieved at some point. It's going to be hard, but that will be achieved. But I don't want this to be much of a dramatic video or stream. I just want people to know that this day can be reflected upon. By learning about it in school, in my history class, and what people went through at the time is pretty hard to look back on. The people just trying to get out of the building at this before the building collapsed. Luckily, there were survivors. But there's the thing. I know that it can be achieved. I know even if we don't try world peace, we'll at least attempt at it. We'll try. If it doesn't work, then leave it to be that. But for the people that want to share this to any family member or friends that were there or were watching on television at the time, I wish that I wish you guys that you can recover from this. Looking back on it, I know looking back on our history sometimes gets tears in our eyes. But I'm gonna say this, that we have advanced our security systems this time around. It's not going to be like that ever again. I'm going to just touch on this for a little bit. I don't want to get political. With the recent stuff in the Middle East, I think that would come to some type of end. Either way, at some point. I'm not going to get any political stuff, but I'll say this. For the people that had to witness that day and look back on that day, even though you weren't born yet, and learn from it, you will be much smarter than you were, and learn more about about the horrors of this world and what this world has come to. The recent Black Lives Matter movement. I'm for it, honestly. And all this, like there's always going to be violence, but we'll at least try to get it to a minimum. It was not going to be 100% guarantee, but we'll try. But I'm going to end this live with one more note. For the people that were on a bad day, that suffered bad days, that had so much bad days like in a row, I wish them they have a good day. I hope that this stream does them better, does them good enough service, even though we're not like, in the military and stuff. It's just like providing a service of videos of what was actually happened. You could look at the Wikipedia page of the 9/11 attacks, or wherever, whatever news source you want to look at. I really don't want this video to be a a bad day to remember. But I'll say this. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna keep this up for a little bit longer. For the people that want to be heard, post either in the comments after the stream goes live or during this live, and then I will read them. If you what your knowledge is on this 9/11 attacks. I want to hear your stories. It's tragic to be part of something bad in history, like the Great Depression, World War II, the Vietnam War, and the recent War on Terror, and a couple of others that come to mind. Both world wars, the Civil War, the Revolutionary War, and at the beginning of mankind's birth on this earth, hundreds of thousands of years ago. We are all part of humanity, but we all make mistakes. We all have our weak points. We all have our strong suits. We all have our achievements in life and goals in life. Tomorrow, I'm going to do a game night stream tomorrow, because on this day, I want people to just remember the day that shook America like an earthquake. I honestly think that we should. If I went back in time, I would delete those two planes that came into the Twin Towers and just took them away, and just, like, if I use gravity and just like force them up into the clouds, because those planes were hijacked. I well, that makes the question about, you know, homeland security and about all that, about the world that's come to, either social media or on the street. I honestly think that we should become a better society. I don't want to send any negativity. I try, I'm trying to send some positivity to this earth by using this live to tell the stories of our past. But if you will join alongside me and whatever you want to do with this video or the stream, just show it to someone. I, I want them to share their stories because it's great to hear stories. Like recently, going off topic here, like the Wrestling Around podcast. I like to hear the pro wrestling stories from different uh, superstars of the wrestling business and how what they've been through, what they've fought to get what they were today. But that's not really relating to that. But I'm going to say this. I want this to be a message to the people that to the negative people, to the people that think of bullying people or whatever. I think that it should come to an end at some point. I know we can't do stuff forever. I know we can't be on this planet forever. Unless if on a possibility that we could have immortality, which is a controversial topic, and time travel, which is another controversial topic, but which I will not get into. Just thank you for joining me on this live or this video, watching this video. I hope this sends a message to and puts a smile on your face and remembers and going over one of the worst days in American history. Well, I want this to be a stepping stone. Even though it happened 20 years ago, you can reflect and learn from it and prevent it from happening again. I think that everybody has a right to do what they want to do, but it's just making the right choice to them. I want this to be a good luck charm. Live 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 every day to the fullest. Motivate yourself to do something positive. I don't know. Um, go do an activity that you would like to enjoy, that you enjoy. Like, I play video games. I play some other games on the computer, or do some productive things on the computer. That's an example of what we could do. And just taking away the negative thoughts out of your mind. And I'm gonna end, but for serious note, I'm going to end this live. For the people that watched this or will watch after this, I just want you to know, 9/11 may be a tragic day, but today is not going to be as tragic. I don't want that to happen. I don't want it to have a coincidence and it'll happen. I don't want to be jinxable. Okay? And hope you guys have a great day and live live your life to the fullest. If you oh your, your dad's been gone 20 years ago, I feel for you. Um, well, maybe I'll keep on here to to hear people's stories or something. I don't know. So so for the people that arrived here today on the YouTube channel, on this video, on this stream, I commend you. I I praise you. Whatever, if we hate each other, if we like each other, we could respect each other. It doesn't have to be fully happiness, but I think it's just a passion to do something that you like. I really think that this world will be a better place with services that can handle the negativity. That can help restrain the negativity to a minimum. But we need to respect one another, even if we get really angry, really frustrated. Like recently, I'll talk to an example. Like an example, back to school. My school year only had 2 days so far, and those were two of the best days so far because honestly, in my opinion, I don't like most people, I don't like being locked up in the house. But at least I do something that makes it worthwhile being in the house or out of the house. And I wish that people would do the same and do find something productive to do. Read a book, read something interesting online, uh, do some type of challenge or something, or like play some game with your friends or so. I wish that everybody would be a better society, and I wish that people would actually come together as one and respect one another. It doesn't have to be liking each other. You just have to respect our boundaries. Our likes, dislikes, associations, or people that we work with. If you have certain goals that from one of another's, you people have to respect what you're trying to do for your life. If people want to be friends with you, and you don't want to be friends for some type of reason, but you would need to respect that. That applies to mostly everything that in everyday life. Here's the thing. Here's a quote by John F. Kennedy. Ask not what you can do for your country. No, it's okay, I messed it up. Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. And Franklin D. Roosevelt saying, the only thing that we have to fear is fear itself. Those two quotes, God, in my mind. Use those quotes as motivations to move on in life, to get out of school, to I don't know, go through college or something, whatever your life desires. And for real, I'm gonna leave you guys off with one final note. Even though that there may be life. Life may throw you a curveball at you, and you basically just okay. I'm stuttering, but for real, if life is basically life is like 52 card pickup. You're going strolling around, and then life just throws a deck of cards at you, and tries to knock you down. You need to get up and move on with life as we know it. Overcome obstacles. Overcome everything that has gotten your way through your goals. Whatever it is. Maybe it's a job, maybe it's a hobby, maybe something that you want to buy. You just want to respect one another. That goes to friends, family members, neighbors, friends, family, whatever person you see on the street, homeless man, I don't know. Every single person. Every single person. It doesn't matter. You gotta respect one another. You don't need to tarnish anything that God has given us. I made that English error. You can point that out. But anyway, thank you guys so much for sticking with me on this channel. For the people that follow me, that are a fan of me, thank you for sticking around. For the people that are new, I hope this message, hope this live meant something to you. And if it really didn't interest you, that's fine. You don't really have to look on his back of my screen. I just done this to send a message out there to the people that were there at 9/11, for the 9/11 attacks, either watching on television or witnessing it in New York. Alright? Hope you guys have a good day, and see you guys next time tomorrow for game night. Peace out, everybody on YouTube. Peace out, everybody on the internet. And peace out, everybody of humanity that watches this. Okay, I'm just over exaggerating, but for real. Peace out, guys. Hope you have the greatest day.